Okay, so I just split me my first wood, and I'll have to admit there's a reason I didn't show you my first splitting, because I didn't know what I was doing. So if any of you want to make me a video on how to sharpen an axe and how to split wood the right way, I would really appreciate that, because I don't know how to do it. John always split the wood, and then after he hurt his back, we just didn't split wood, but this tiny stove needs smaller, so I'm going to show you what I've accomplished. I'm actually really proud of myself because that's scary for me. I'm worried I'm going to cut my foot, so. I need to move the oven inside because I'm going to plastic up the deck to retain heat and give us more sunshine and give us more working space when we have bad weather. Okay, so I know that doesn't look very fancy, but I wanted it to be up on something that wasn't combustible, and I don't know how hot the back of the oven gets, so I'm going to have to play with that before I put plastic in, because I don't want the plastic to go up in flames either. But having it raised like that off the ground is kind of nice. That may not be how I do it in the end, but I did want to move it out of the way so I could get the plastic up. Do you wish you had your other coat on?
No, not really.
Is this one easier to move in?
Yeah. Yeah, a lot better. Because the elbows, you can move right here, but with my other coat, it's really hard.
I'm glad you like it. It was $4. So not too bad. And Kai is best. It was, I think, $4 too. So I like that they have something that they can wear that's more movable. And we have tools everywhere because we put the chimney in last night, so that's why it looks a mess. Can I have that one and I'll just put it right in?
Oh, Mom, here's another one.
I just need one right now, but go ahead and keep stacking.
Think this is enough, Mom?
Yeah, it's a lot. You guys are doing awesome.
Yep. I dragged this whole thing.
You did. Okay, so I'm back from town. I need to get the caulking around the chimney. We'll see how it goes. Not sure. Okay. This is just an accident waiting to happen. We've had a lot of flies lately. But, yeah, don't want to get my hair in that. So I have already done this to the windows. and to a couple of walls. I wasted a lot of it initially because I really didn't understand how to use it, but this is not even the brand that I like to use that's at my local True Value, but I wanted to try this from a cheaper source, see what we thought. So, shake for 30 seconds. Okay, so I get a lot of complaints from people saying, why don't you ever do anything different with your hair? But I just got my hair stuck in that expanding foam as I walked out the door. And so, yeah, the braid's going back in. Okay. I like these little silicone thingies because they don't pull my hair. And if they get lost, it doesn't matter because they're disposable anyway. So we go through a lot of these. Okay guys, so a lot of people have a question about whether or not this little fan, it's called an Eco Fan. You can get it on Amazon. I'll put the link below. If this little fan works. And as you can see, it totally does work. It's the heat from the stove that makes the fan work. If you don't have one of these, then most of the heat stays right around the stove. If you have one of these, it moves the air, it moves the heat, it moves some of the heat away from the stove and cools the stove down a little bit, but it moves the heat to the rest of your house. Now, we don't need it particularly badly in this little 12 by 32, but if it's really windy outside and we really feel like we're all huddling around the stove, it's nice to have this on. So I think it was about $100, if I remember correctly. And there's some more expensive ones out there. I don't know if they work better. I don't remember. John may have told me that it was a Stirling engine that worked. And they can burn out if you put it on a spot that's too hot and the fan spins too quickly. They can burn out. But the replacement part is like $12. So you just need to make sure you don't have it on a spot that is so hot that it burns out the engine. You can put it on a spot that is cooler and slow it down. So we used this for 1 year or 2 years. I think it was 2 years.
Ever since we got the stove.
Yeah, we used this for 2 years on our big wood burning stove that we're trying to sell now because it's just too big for the space. It makes me sad to sell that one just because, for one thing, it makes a great working surface. Right now, obviously, it doesn't have a fire in it. So it would not work well as a working surface if I did have a fire in it, but I think it's going to look really weird when we get the rocket mass heater in that Darwin from Honeydew Carpenter is building. I think it's going to be interesting having 3 stoves in here at once. Obviously at that point this one goes back to them to go back into their storage for when they're camping. But yeah, it's nice to have enough working surfaces in here, and it is such an interesting puzzle and work of art, fun thing to be able to take such a tiny space and use almost no money to get it really comfortable. It's been a fun journey. So make sure to go check out our other videos on the subject about the stoves. Go check out Honeydew Carpenter. He makes amazing wood projects, but also he's a welder. He's really an engineer is what he is. So go check him out and his family. And hopefully you enjoyed watching this day of adventure, and we'll talk to you later.